Welcome back to Hide Your Mom's podcast number 3. We're flowing. We're moving. It's been a grind. It's been so fun. Back with another solo episode. We got a new camera angle. You guys are up a little bit higher this time. Just testing to see if that's better. I don't know. Just trying to maximize this space. But yeah, anyway, it's been busy. It's been, my friends were just here. A full week of them being here. They're my friends since like kindergarten. Still have never seen their wieners, which a lot of girls think that, like, do guys, best friends, look at each other's wieners or not? No. I've never seen their wieners. We make jokes on what we think they might have and what they think. Like, I don't know. Do girls look at each other's boobs? I feel like that's pretty common. You guys look at each other's vaginas? I don't know. But yeah, we don't look at each other's schlongs like you guys think we do. We have good etiquette, especially when you have to whip out that thing and like pee right by each other at like a restaurant or whatever, and there's no divider in between. You put the dividers on your eyes, all right? It's like when your mom covered your eyes, like when like the first pair of tits came out when you're like 10 years old and you're just trying to sneak a look. Yeah, it's like those, and you just look down yours. My actual go-to, wow, this turned into a rant. I guess this is starting off hot. My go-to is to either look right down at my wiener, but then again, I think that's almost narcissistic. Like, if the guy next to me just thinks I'm like admiring my wiener, will he think I'm weird? I don't know. So I just stare straight at the wall, and I don't make eye contact with my wiener or any wiener for that matter. And then I go wash my hands, and yeah. Usually courtesy is to like shake wieners instead of shaking hands before you leave the bathroom, but I'm not really big into that. I think that was more of a 1980s thing. But I don't know. Maybe that was my dad thing. I don't know. But wait, that's a good question. How long did you guys shower with your parents? Because I don't really remember showering with my dad because my parents got divorced pretty young, so I wasn't with him a lot. But I don't ever really remember showering with my mom. But I remember showering with my dad one time or a couple times. And I don't know. It wasn't weird. I was like probably 5 or 6, I think. Like 5. But I think that's even too old. I don't know. Am I weird for that? Are you guys still showering with your parents? Like, are some of you guys like 16 and still showering with them? I don't know. That's probably called, I don't know if that's like a family tie or if that's pedophilia. I don't know. I guess it's up to your family, right? Jesus Christ. It's my Lord and Savior. What is going on? Okay, back to what I was talking about. Yeah, my friends were here for 2 weeks, and yeah, we had a great time. We went to the beach. We drank on the beach, and we felt an octopus, and it feels like an octopus. There's nothing... The way you would think an octopus feels is the way it feels. Like, and I actually think that this just came up off the top of my head. Where did the name octopus come from? 100% came from a sailor that was dreaming of pussy, right? Mind my French. Sorry about that word. That can make me a little uncomfortable too sometimes. Thinking of pussy, but not just like one pussy. Like, he's been at sea for so long, maybe he's a pirate, he's drunk. And so he was dreaming of like 8 pussies. And that's why it's octo pussy or puss. I really think I might be onto something. Or it could be for their 8 legs. Yeah, it's probably for their 8 legs. Well, anyway, yeah, we went on some hikes. We made I don't know if you guys saw the last YouTube video. It was a vlog. We did a couple hike races, snorkel with a turtle. That was sweet. My friends went snorkeling. I was taking a break on the beach, and when they were snorkeling, they could hear the whale echoes like, ooh. Nah, I don't think that's how it sounds. Let me try again. Spencer. No, that's a ghost. That's a ghost. Let me try again. I got this. You know what? I'm not going to try again because I feel a little bit self-conscious about that. So, moving on. But yeah, it's been a busy couple of weeks, and I don't know. I'm excited to be back. You guys let me know. I'm thinking about maybe doing this since I'm kind of getting better and getting more comfortable in front of the camera on podcasts. I'm thinking about moving this to once a week type thing, and then still do the once a week video, or maybe a 3 times a month type thing. So maybe 1 week off. I don't know. You guys let me know. If you guys are enjoying the podcast, I guess I'll do more, right? Yeah. I hope you guys want to watch the podcast so I can eventually drop out of college, because I hate college. Today I got a 42 on my test. 42 out of 100, that is. Maybe 42 out of 50. Yeah, no. 42 out of 100. That's terrible. Absolutely awful. I didn't know. I didn't know anything, but I tried. And fuck school, dude. Honestly, I hate it. I can't stand it, dude. I just, and who's going to proctor my tests? Like, online school, I was balling until the mother truckers wanted to take a stab at me and put this proctoring on my camera. Like, they have access to my camera and screen time. Does that mean they can look at my browse history? My search history? I hope not. I freaking hope not. I don't know. My college professors probably have seen me doing some interesting things. But I've been doing interesting things like that since... Okay, wait a minute. Let's pause. I've been doing weird things my whole life. All the way like back to the time I was a kid. Like, my mom used to have this... my mom used to have this rule. I don't even know if I should say this out loud. My mom used to have this rule that if I were to go to a girl's house, or if I was going to hang out with a group of girls, I don't know if she said it out of to like scare me factor or what. I think it was more of like a scare me factor. But she used to be like, Spencer, no stinky finger. And I had no idea what stinky finger meant for like the longest time, right? And I have an older brother, and he was a pretty good older brother with like not just like polluting my brain with bad things. And my brain is in the gutter. Granted, it's terrible, but it wasn't. I don't think it was his fault. I think it was more maybe my own fault, or maybe my mom's even. She was a little dirty. Not in any way that would make me excited, but a dirty, like, for her own age. But yeah, she used to say, no stinky finger. And so I would go to these girls' houses, and I didn't really know what it meant. But then I started to learn, like, as you get older, their friends are like, hey, like, we're starting to learn that the stinky finger might mean the vagina. And I didn't know that, because it didn't even cross my mind that I was going to go stick my fingers up a vagina. And then, oh my gosh, why is this so rancid? Is there any way I could talk about this with it being a little bit more, like, respectful? I don't know. I didn't want to stick my finger. Hold on, I got to pick my nose. Ugh, there we go. I didn't want to stick my fingers up anywhere. But yeah, that was the rule. No stinky finger. I never had a stinky finger. Never came home. It wasn't, and my thought was, like, what if I did get that when I was, like, younger or whatever, and I came home? Like, was my mom going to sniff my finger? Like, she never asked or anything, so I don't think she would have. I think it was just, again, more of a scare tactic. But now that I think about it, was she projecting, and did hers stink? No, I don't want to think of that about my mom. Ugh. My brain has hurt me once again. Ew. 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 But yeah, my mom was all sorts of fun growing up. She came up with all these types of rules and stuff. I mean, I remember one time I was really into magic, and this is kind of a sad story. I was really into magic. I think I was like, oh my gosh, dude, I got to get this booger out. I'm sorry. If you're watching this and not listening to it, you are seeing me pick my nose in full force, but I mean, it's bothering me. Oh, okay. I'll just wipe it on my leg for now, I guess. That's a joke. I don't think I got anything. Okay. But yeah, I was really into magic, and I always used to practice, and I didn't have anyone to practice or show because, like, if you wanted to hang out with friends, you had to drive or whatever, and I was just like this, like, early middle school, 6th grade maybe. And, which, first of all, the worst years of your life, middle school. I hated it. But, yeah, so in 6th grade, I was really obsessed with magic, and I always wanted to show my mom, and she was never, like, for the first month of magic, she was going along with it. Granted, I sucked. I don't think there was any magic. I think I was trying to do card tricks, like, really fast, and she just caught on. And she was kind of just tired of acting like they were good. And she let me have it straight. Spencer, she didn't tell me this, but it was implied because I would ask to do a magic trick for her, and she said basically piss off. And so that's when I knew I sucked at magic. And I think a lot of more kids need that nowadays. You need to be told that you're not good at things. And we always try to be like, okay, if I can't even bend over and touch my toes, then hey, listen, I'm not going to be a gymnast, and you probably should just let me know that. Like if my wiener isn't the size of my forearm, I'm probably not going to make a living being a porn star. Like there's things that you should probably be told at a young age so you don't waste time chasing those dreams, you know? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that should be implied. But yeah, my mom shut down my magic dream. Oh my gosh, middle school was like, let's go back to middle school. Middle school was such a hard time. I remember being so lazy. Oh, let me tell you a few things that I did in middle school. One, I really like my teeth now, and I have no idea how they got to back being white, and I have no idea how they did not get stained during braces. But no, actually, during braces, I was pretty good at brushing my teeth. But before braces, I would like never brush my teeth. I mean, I would every once in a while, and this is disgusting, I know. And now I'm like an avid brush my teeth like 2 to 3 times a day person. But before this in middle school, I just was so lazy and I didn't care. And so I would just chew gum. Like if I would just chew gum on the go, and that was my brushing my teeth. And it was just like I wanted to do that. Another lazy thing I did is I had someone who has dementia or paralyzed or like has really saggy tits and is in like an old person home. You know those shower chairs they use? Yeah. I had one of those shower chairs from like 5th to 8th grade. A shower chair, because I didn't want to stand up in the shower. Can you imagine the butt dirt and the ball sweat that was on that thing daily? Disgusting. I don't think I cleaned it once. I was just a weird middle school kid. Like I don't even want to get into how weird I was when I was younger. Like it's even worse. Middle school, I actually started to mellow out. Oh, it was bad. Oh, it makes me sick actually thinking about it. But middle school was tough, dude. I remember being called like, I was the first person. Oh my gosh. I remember I wore joggers to my school for the first time. I was the first person to wear joggers. It was kind of like when joggers were becoming a thing. But I went to a school with maybe 100 people in my grade. And so I wore these joggers to school. And I got obliterated for wearing joggers, literally sweatpants that cuff at the bottom. And I got obliterated for it. And they just torched me and I just didn't even understand. Like, did I have a massive bulge? I don't know. They didn't tell me. It must have went away if I did, but I got toasted for that. And I just remember I never wanted to wear joggers again. And then I got my best friend to wear joggers. And then once he started wearing joggers, then I was like, all right, bet I'm back on the jogger train. Sooner or later, everyone started wearing joggers. But yeah, I got flamed for that. And then my nickname used to be, I guess if you look back at it now, it's like not that bad of a nickname. But at the time, no one would use Spencer as my name. I was always just called Pretty Boy, which when I look back, like that's sick. Like they thought you were like kind of attractive or whatever. But I don't know. I just didn't want it at the time. I just wanted to be like Spencer. Granted, I was probably an asshole. Probably. I know I was an asshole. But yeah, I got called that a lot. I remember. Oh my gosh. I want to tell this right now because I just feel so bad about it. And I want to get it off my chest because I'll never forget it. I was in 6th grade. Okay. I was in 6th grade. And it makes me sick to my stomach thinking about it. Just, like how could I treat someone like this? But I'll explain. So I was in 6th grade. I had just got these brand new Kobe's, like the basketball shoe. Such a nice shoe. I loved them. And I feel terrible. It makes me sick. And this guy who you could tell just didn't have money, like he just never had money growing up, and you could just tell like he was never he was always so nice, and he always came to school just like probably trying to escape something from home. I'm not sure, but you could tell he just never had money, and neither did I. But for some reason, I got lucky and I got these pair of Kobe's, and he was like, "Yo, Spencer, Didn't even call me pretty boy. He was like, yo, Spencer, where'd you get those? Those are sick. And I remember, I'll never forget this for the rest of my life. I remember looking at him and saying, why does it matter? You would never be able to afford these. And I remember saying that. And that still in my brain has never left my brain because it makes me, that just hurts me so bad. Like, how could I, like, middle school is evil, man. Like, no matter, even if you think middle school is evil to you, you were evil too. Like, I think about all the times I was bullied in middle school. Like, yeah, but what did I probably do back? And that's just one of the instances that I remember. And I just remember, how it's so messed up because I didn't even have money. Like, we didn't even have money either. Like, it was a single parent income. I remember my mom would put water in the milk to make the milk go longer. For breakfast, I would eat bread with like cinnamon and butter on it. All my clothes were like, I never like got like clothes that were like just super, like if I went to Dick's Sporting Goods or something, or like a Sporting Goods clothes or store and like clothes are like $30 to $40, like I was never getting those. I would get like, I was blessed with what I got, but I'm just saying, like, how could I say that to someone when I had no money? Like, I remember my bed frame was bright blue, and it was, I think, made, like, by my grandpa or something. Like, we just didn't buy anything unless, like, we never went on vacations. Like, granted, like, I did get to play, like, basketball and stuff. So, like, that was a lot of money. But I'm just saying, like, we didn't have all this extra money, or, like, I definitely didn't have enough money to be talking trash to some other kid that made less money, probably. Like, that, it just made me say, I think I might have been projecting, or I wanted to show off for once. I don't know, but that's always stuck with me. And it was just like sick to my stomach. One time, my head's just on 6th grade, so that's why I'm going to this. One time in 6th grade, I had this girlfriend. I wanted her to be my girlfriend for so long. Wanted her to be my girlfriend for so freaking long. And I finally got her to be my girlfriend. And at 6th grade, I don't know if I was, I don't know. I was horny. I was definitely getting boners and stuff by then. But I definitely, like, didn't need a girlfriend. Like, I did not. But this is another 6th grade story. I remember I was trying to invite, we'd probably been dating for like a month maybe. And I just remember every time I would see her in their halls, I wouldn't say anything. But I think I would get my little 6th grade self would get a boner. And I would just be so excited. And I would never, like, I knew if I was going to walk by her in the halls, like, I would have to tuck my wiener in my waistband, which is a trick, by the way. For any of you ladies, guys, you know what I'm talking about. But if any of you ladies are listening, you definitely knew that you had to tuck. You tucked it. Like, if you had ever had like a presentation in 7th or 8th grade, you had to like get up in class, like you knew you were tucking it pre-tuck. Maybe I was just horny. I don't really know. Maybe. I was a weird kid. I don't know. But I just remember having, like, before I walked by this girl in the hallways, who is my girlfriend, by the way, didn't speak to her in the hallways. I would just have to tuck it. But anyway, so she was she was coming to my house. Like, we had finally organized this thing. Her dad was going to bring her over to my house for a little bit. And she was going to hang out for like a couple hours or something like that. And I was like, perfect. So we go, she gets to my house and I was like, hey mom, can we go downstairs? I don't know why my mom let us go downstairs, but I guess she just like trusted us because we were so young. And she was like, yeah, sure, go play or whatever. This is my girlfriend in 6th grade. So we go downstairs and we end up sitting in the same chair. And I'm not for sure, but I think she sat down first in this like recliner, and I just I didn't know really what cuddling was. So I just sat on her in this chair. And I really, like, I thought that was cuddling. And of course, like, I tucked it in my waistband before I sat on her. But I sat on her in this chair, and that was my sense of cuddling in my head. And so we continued, and she was fine with it. And we continued to play Minecraft for a good amount of time. Probably the whole time, the whole 2 hours. We just kept passing the controller back and forth while I'm sitting on this woman's lap. She was taller than me. I'm in 6th grade. Haven't hit puberty yet. Or like, maybe I was at the beginning stages. I don't really know, but I'm sitting on her lap, cuddling, of course. And we were playing Minecraft for 2 hours. And then all of a sudden, Spencer had to take a pee. So I have to pee. And so I was like, hey, I'm going to go pee. And she was like, okay, no worries. I'm going to get some diamond armor or whatever, blah, 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 blah. I go over to the bathroom, and I was like, okay, how do I make her know? Because I'm like, you know what? I've been sitting on her lap for a while. I want her to know, like, I'm a man. Like, I'm a dude. Like, I can do this. So how do I, because I don't want to be like, how about I sit in the chair and then you sit on my lap? First of all, I don't even want to do that because I don't know it's going to poke her or not. Like, I don't know if she's going to get impaled or not. That's not my plan. So I was already nervous about it. But I was like, let's try. So I go to the bathroom, and I was like, you know what? This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to let her know I'm a guy. I leave the door wide open, and I start peeing with the door wide open in the bathroom. She's not looking at me, but she can, like, hear it. And I rush back or whatever, and, like, that did not work. Absolutely. She did not move. And for the rest of the time, actually, I just sensed, like, a sort of uncomfortability. And that kind of made me sad because I was like, damn, I just peed with the door open. Like, I wanted to break that boundary with you, and I'm still having to sit on your lap. What the hell? What the hell? I would have shut the door if I knew that I was going to have to just sit on your lap. So anyway, about a week goes on, and I go on this skiing trip. It was a skiing trip, but I was snowboarding, and actually the first and last time I'll ever snowboard. I think I got about 8 concussions. But what was worse is I was young, so I just didn't take my phone on the slopes or anything like that. I just left it in the car. And oh my gosh, I got back from like skiing from like 6 hours, already had like 8 concussions, and she freaking breaks up with me. I get this text like, Spencer, we're like, I can't do this, we're done. While I'm in the middle of a skiing trip. And this was my dad. It was like I think it was like the only vacation of my childhood that my dad had taken me on. And we go on this skiing trip, and in the middle of it, my girlfriend that I've always wanted to be my girlfriend, the girlfriend that I got to sit on her lap, the girlfriend that I would have to get nervous and tuck myself inside myself just to walk by her in the halls, didn't even touch her lips, girlfriend. And she freaking broke up with me. And I'm not even joking. I could not look at another Minecraft game for at least a year. It hurt me so. Oh, it hurt so bad. And I thought my life was over. I didn't know how to even. I didn't even know how to like bounce back. I remember even texting my friend. He was like, I was like, dude, my life's over. I don't want to go on. Like, I'm in 6th grade, like thinking about just the end times because I got broken up with when I was the one sitting on her lap. Like, oh my gosh, she literally had my balls in her hand the whole time. I was such a loser. But that's why I never, any of my next relationships, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to ever let another girl just have me by the balls again. Because that hurt so bad, and I'll never forget it. I don't care if I was 6. I don't care if I was 12, all right? Ugh. That hurt, man. 7th grade, did my life get better? I don't even know. I hope. Let me think. Went into sports and stuff. Oh, yeah, I did have a girlfriend one time. Oh, I can't tell that story. That story's explicit. Yeah, yikes. That's all I'm going to say about that. Oh, I know what I wanted to say to you guys. I wanted to show you guys my new shirt. Let me stand up really quick. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear me, but this is my new shirt that my mom made me. I don't know if you can see it, but it says, hide your moms right here. My mom what's it? Ow! My hair stuck to the duct tape. My hair is literally on it. I pulled it out. What the hell? Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, yeah. My mom made me this shirt, and I love it. It says hide your moms. She embroidered it, and it's kind of like, I'm not saying it's merch yet, but it's like the first. I would say it's like the first step. We're working on some designs. We're working on like some pretty cool things, and I want my mom to be involved because I'm not saying she has a lot of free time, but she doesn't have basketball games to go to anymore. She doesn't have like all this stuff to go to anymore. So I kind of want her to be involved with like the whole like shirt processing thing. Like, she's always been so helpful in my TikToks and giving me a lot of good ideas, and honestly, it's helped me so much. And you guys love her. Maybe more than you even love me, honestly. She's the star of the show. But yeah, so I was thinking about, I want to get her involved, and I want to get her incorporated. I don't know if that's the right word. I'm not sure if that's the right word or not. But yeah, we're gonna get into some of that merch work. It's a long journey though. It's a long journey. You gotta get everything set up, and so I don't know if I'm excited for that. But I will tell you what I am excited for. Actually, I'm very excited for this wedding. I don't know if a lot of you guys know, but I have a brother, and he's getting married this June, and so I have to do a wedding speech. Not as a wedding speech. I'm the best man. So I got to do a best man speech, and I had no idea even what the best man was. I thought that the best man literally was if he died, then the wife gets to be with the best man. That's what I thought was the best man. I had no idea. And then I kind of thought it was like a president, vice president type deal. And so if he passed orders, maybe I got to pass him after. Not the case. Apparently I'm just his guy, his good old right-hand pal, his right nut to his left nut, I guess that's what we are. So, but anyway, I got to do this best man speech, and I'm not ready whatsoever. I have some stuff written down, and I thought it was so funny. I thought it was hilarious. And I look back, and it's not funny, actually. And so I'm not even going to read it to you. You know what? I'll read it to you, because why not? I doubt he watches the podcast. I doubt she watches the podcast, so I might as well just read it. I was thinking about starting it off with whatever, introducing or whatever, and then it gets into, now, did I think they would last this far? Absolutely not. Do I think he will last tonight? Absolutely not. Yeah. So that's not very good. But it's like a cum joke, like a sex joke. Get it? He's not gonna last very long before he ejaculate. Yeah. You know. That's all I had, and it used to make me laugh, and it doesn't make me laugh anymore. So I don't think I'm gonna do it, which sucks. But I don't know. Weddings are it's so much planning. I mean, how much fucking planning do you have to do just to celebrate two people that are gonna go to Bone Town tonight? Every single wedding, all we're celebrating is just a preamp to them doing doggy. I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait to see them kiss, just thinking about what they're going to do. Do you guys think about that stuff? All these weddings, we are celebrating them about to go to Pound Town tonight. That's what we're doing. I don't want to think about that. And then we're going to have to see them kiss in public. I just don't know how to celebrate a wedding like that. I've been to one wedding in my entire life. And the time I went, I would go to a wedding where I know no one. I know one person, the person that invited me, and that is it. I don't even know the names of the people getting married. That's how little I know of what's going on at this thing. And so I didn't even know that you get married in a separate spot and then get the parties in another spot. It's you got to do this part first, and then the party's over here. So it's almost like vagina, butthole, right? And then it's just the little. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, so I go to this wedding, and I'm by myself, and I find a spot. I find a spot to sit during the vagina part, which is the wedding reception. I don't know why I'm labeling it like that, but you get it. The wedding reception. And then once you get to this part, you have to do the eating and the dancing and the watching and stuff. And so we're getting to the butthole part. Okay, we're crossing that fun bridge, that gooch area, right here to the wedding part. And I have to, let me take these glasses off. I don't need them anymore. I have to find a spot to sit. There's no spots to sit at all. Well, there is, but like I just don't know where because I came alone, and so I find this spot where these four moms are sitting, and I walk over, and I feel pretty comfortable around moms. I love how attractive they can be, and I love how um, usually they're just nice, especially if you're young, and because they still treat you like you're young. And so I go and I'm like, hey, is there any way I could sit here? Like, are these spots taken? And they're like, no, yeah, go for it, as long as you're ready to have a good time. And almost had to waistband it right there, but I didn't. And I sat down. I was like, perfect, let's go. And I start I start flirting with them because we're waiting for food and everyone's kind of just like talking and they're like going in and out of their speeches or whatever. Or people still trying to sit down. And I start flirting with them, asking them like, oh, like how are four fine ladies here with no husband? Like, that's crazy. They're laughing. They're having a good time. We're all having a good time. I think we're having a few. Having a few drinks, I think. And I just keep making jokes like there was all four of them. All four of them were single, or all four of them were right there, no husband. So I'm just still joking, and then I make jokes like saying how I love their outfits, and I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that, but good thing like your husband's not here. Just kept going back to that because I just thought it was funny, and it comes to a point where like the conversation stalled. Like I'm kind of done flirting, but I was just like, so how'd you guys meet? Like what's going on? How'd you guys meet? Like who do you know at the wedding? Because I was just trying to make friends. I was alone. And they were like, well, do you really want to know how we met? And I was like, kind of like that, literally said it, like, do you really want to know? And I was like, well, yeah, I don't care. And they were like, we met at they said, we met on a Facebook group for widows. Widows. Widows as in their husbands are all deceased. Do we understand that? Do we get that? Do we get that part? Are we getting that? Yeah. And I'm making jokes about how they're not here. Oh, fuck. It still haunts me to this day. So now I get like almost nervous to flirt with. Because if I, like, when I looked at all four of them, I was like, no way all four of these girls' husbands all died. No, just don't believe it. You guys, at least one of you got lucky. Not all of you lost them. Hey, yeah, they did, Spencer. So maybe next time don't play statistics. So that hurt my heart, honestly, because I didn't like the way I presented myself. I didn't know what to say afterwards. It was very awkward. I was like, okay. And then I kind of just like went to the bathroom for a long time, got another drink, and then got on the dance floor pretty quick. Yeah, not a fun time whatsoever. I've never even thought about my wedding. I mean, I know girls like fantasize about their wedding all the time. I just have never thought about it. The things I think about is like, will I have a beard by the time I'm 28, right? Like, is my wiener, does it still have a chance to grow, like, more? Or, like, you know, I just want to know, like, things. Like, is my kneecap always going to hurt? Or will sometimes it feel better, right? Or, like, I don't know. I just feel like I think of different things. Like, will I ever be a superhero? Or like, will I ever have the Force? Will I ever be able to make love with the Force? Like, those are the things that get me more intrigued in my life, for sure. Wow. Yeah, I'm a loser. I'm a loser. Because girls think about everything. They think about where they're going to get proposed to. When's he going to propose? How's he going to propose? Where's the wedding? When's the wedding? Who are my bridesmaids? What am I going to wear? How shaved do I want my bush to be? Do I want it to be a landing strip? Do I want it to be combed? Do I want it to be curled? They think about everything. And I don't even think. I need to start thinking. I need to start thinking more. My brain's never thought, actually. I don't even know what I've said for the last 40 minutes, if I'm going to be honest with you. I took the ACT one time. I didn't even know it was over. I don't remember when it started, and I didn't even know it was over. Got my score back. Resembled absolutely that. Not going to tell you what it is, but it's 32 divided by 2. Is that right? I don't know. But it wasn't good. But I just wasn't... I'm not a good student. Like, I was in high school just because I turned everything in and I tried, like, a good amount. Like, I was pretty dedicated. I didn't have much to do. So I wasn't bad in high school. Now that I've gotten to college, I have just... I mean, like I said, I got a 40 fucking 2 on a test. 42. How good is that? You beat that? Doubt it. Doubt you beat that. Doubt that. Gosh. Gotta get better. Oh my gosh. I want you guys to tell me what you guys... Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to get into this segment of... I want to get into this segment where I ask you guys on Snapchat a few questions to answer. Maybe so I can get into it a little bit, or maybe you guys can just... I just want you guys to be a little bit more included. So... if you have me on Snapchat, then you saw that I said to ask me questions, and let's get into some of those. All right, I'm going to have to put my glasses back on if I'm going to read these bad boys. Let me show you guys. Let's check what you guys got in this mother trucker here. That's a good question. When do you think you'll be ready to date again? That is a very good question. So my last relationship was 3 years ago. Haven't had a girlfriend since. And I've made a lot of growth, and I've honestly enjoyed being single. But I'm at the point to where I'm ready. I'm just not going to rush it. It's not like... I feel like I'm more ready now than I've ever been. And if I don't get into a relationship until I'm 25, and I'm now 21... maybe I'll be ready for all 4 of those years, and it's just not the right person that's come along, or not the right situation, or something like that. I don't know. It's kind of just up to faith, and we'll see where it goes. I don't know, but yeah, I'm ready. Are you ready down there, little buddy? He's ready too. So I don't know what we're waiting on. Nothing really. Let's get into this one. What's your goal with social media? That's a good question. Am I going to say good question for everyone? My goal with social media is to, one, I want to have a positive influence and make people laugh. That's just my goal in general. I don't want people's days to get ruined, or I don't want people to get sad when they watch my videos. I want people to be inspired or excited or happy, one of those things. I really love comedy. Comedy is my favorite thing in the world. You could be anything you want, but if you're funny, it's like icing on the cake. So I really want to my goal is stand-up. I want to be a stand-up comic eventually one day. I don't think I'm there yet, but I do want to do that one day. I also I really love vlogging, and I really love just showing my life on the internet, and influencing people to do fun and good things. So I want to go more YouTube. I love TikTok, and I will always still make TikToks. TikTok is what I started on. It's what got me a platform. It's everything, honestly. Couldn't thank TikTok enough. But my dream's always been to do YouTube and vlogs and pranks and just my life in general. And then probably my main goal, honestly, which I just feel like I can't obtain if you don't do the other things, is to have this podcast like really get some traction and take off, and start interviewing other creators, other influencers, if you want to call them that, other maybe athletes or friends, or like my mom. And I just want to do really cool interviews that you guys can watch and maybe take something from. So that's my goal with social media. If it doesn't work out, which I don't know what the percentages are of it to work out. Hopefully high. I don't know. I have no idea. I guess it's how long you guys find me entertaining. But if it doesn't work out, then I'm getting a marketing degree and I'll do some type of social media marketing for a company or something like that. But I really love navigating the internet. I love navigating the way certain platforms boost some posts and don't boost other posts. I'm really into like algorithms on certain platforms. I like seeing how they work and how can the human business keep up with an AI generated app, basically. So not that like TikTok or Snapchat or Instagram or whatever was made by AI, but the way they push their videos are AI. So that's something that really interests me. Let's get into another one here. Why are gray sweatpants? Why are gray sweatpants girls crave clothing on guys? Or why? Maybe I don't know what this word means. Why are gray sweatpants girls cavy clothing on guys? What the hell does cavy mean? Am I an idiot? Cavy, C-A-V-Y. To understand the female brain, you know. Good question. I think it's because there's this little banana between our legs, and it makes this little hump. And for some reason, gray sweatpants, you can see the hump most. And I think girls like to... Girls are horny too, honestly. I feel like this is not talked about enough, but girls like sometimes to be like act protected and stuff or like innocent or whatever. I think girls are more horny. Like, I think girls are more secretly horny than guys, just like based off the way they were born, which is fine. I love it. But yeah, I think you guys get to use your imagination on maybe what you crave. And I think that's why you are excited for it. I'm not sure. I don't know. That's funny though. This one's such a stupid question. Have you ever been to Alabama? I have been to Alabama. I've been to Gulf Shores, which is at the bottom of Alabama. There was no cousins sitting on the faces of other cousins. There was no brothers tightly intertwined with another sister. Not that I saw, at least. Maybe I didn't go to that town, but the stereotype from where I was at did not blend. When I was at the Gulf Shores, though, I actually did see 2 crabs. I don't know if they were doing 69 or if they were just having dinner, but they were definitely doing 69 right on the beach in front of everyone, which was crazy. And I didn't want to videotape it because I don't know if you can get not crabbed. I don't know if you can get charged with like pornography or or what. But I didn't want to get involved, if I'm going to be honest. So yeah. This is a funny question. Is it going to peel off the paint when you eventually take it off? My little duct tape sign. Well, look, I bent the duct tape rolls in half to where you can't even tell, or like it like makes it kind of light, if that makes sense. So it's not like fully stuck on. So I could just peel this one right here, and it kind of just comes off. And this isn't really paint. This is like, I think it's just white wallpaper. I'm not really sure. But where was that? Oh, it was like this bottom end. But yeah, I don't think so. Every one of them that I've test pulled off haven't done anything like out of the ordinary, so I don't think so. But you never know. And if it does, I might not get my security. What's that thing called? What's the deposit? There's a deposit you get. You know what I'm talking about? The security deposit. That's it. There it is. A lot of you guys said you want this shirt. That's so nice. On my Snapchat story, I posted my shirt, and you guys could see it. And that makes me happy, because this isn't the official merch, but I'm hoping that within the next couple months... Oh, sorry, I had to pop my ears. Within the next couple months, I'm hoping that this is able to be dropped and released, because I love it, and it's beautiful. I don't know if I like the 4 exclamation points on there. My mom designed it, actually. Hide your moms, and then she did the 4 exclamation points on there. Maybe the 4 explanation points is for like, is that for tally marks that she thinks I've been with? Do you think my mom thinks that I've been with 4 different moms? I've not. I've only been inside one single mom. And I haven't been back in 21 years. So, I don't really get to say on that. But, isn't that crazy? You come out of a vagina, and then, like, your whole life as a guy, all you want to do is get right back in one. It's weird, right? Why is that our goal? Like, what we come out of is what we desire most. And maybe not that exact vagina. I don't know what people's kinks are, but mine sure isn't to get right back there. And, I don't know. I don't know about that, actually. That's interesting. Let's see if we got any more questions. Would you move to Mexico? That's interesting. Probably not, since most people are trying to leave Mexico and get over here. I think we're in the right country. I love Mexico though. I visited Mexico. I went to Cancun for when I turned 18, or for my senior trip, and it's legal to drink alcohol over there. So I went there, and we went to an all-inclusive resort. And I'm 18, I'm grown up. My family has a little bit more money than we did. So like we're able to like go on a vacation. It was my senior trip. So we go there and we get hammered, like me and my mom and my family, and it was like the best time ever. Like probably my favorite vacation of my life, which is crazy because I live in Hawaii, and you would think maybe some of the weeks in Hawaii are better than that. I think it's just the fact that I was with a full all-inclusive resort, and I could just do whatever I wanted. I remember I ordered like chicken wings, room service, boneless, because that's all they had, like every day, because it was just all-inclusive, and it was, so sick. So sick. I miss it. And like a lot of other girls were on their senior trips at the time, and I had no confidence when I was 18. So I would just look and be like, wow, she is insanely hot. And then I obviously wouldn't do anything about it, but man, they looked good back in the day. They really did. I don't really look at 18-year-olds anymore like that, but I sure did once upon a time when I was 18 or when I was 16. Oh, someone said you're handsome. You know what I get nervous about? I get nervous about if I've peaked or not. I don't know if you guys think this, but I don't want to get uglier. And I know I'm going to get older, and eventually there's just no denying it. But you see those people that are in their like 30s and 40s, or like actors or actresses or whatever, I don't really know. But they just look still so good. And like some people somehow get more attractive in their 30s than when they're in their 20s. And I just want to know, like, am I done? Because I finally became okay with like the way I looked, and am I done? Like, am I gonna be bald in 4 years? I don't know, and that makes me want to poop my pants, because I don't want to be bald, and I want to be able to get a girlfriend, and I want to be able to have my wife still think I'm attractive at 30, and I want to be the hot dad that all my kids' friends are like, "What? Your dad's so hot." I don't know. I want to be cool. I don't want to lose coolness as I get older. And so I get nervous about, am I doing enough for my skin, or am I doing enough for like whatever? Like, are my balls going to drop to my ankles? I don't know. I don't know what happens to your balls. I don't know what happens to your genitalia. I don't know what happens to anything as you get older. All I know is you get more wrinkly. I don't even know how my balls could get more wrinkly, but I guess they will. I don't know. That was a good question. But yeah, I'm nervous about that. Extremely nervous. Let's see what this one says. I'm hiding my mom from you. Okay, you guys don't need to hide your mom. Actually, you do. You do need to hide your moms. Because I'm coming. No pun intended. But I'm coming. Everywhere. All over. I'm stuck. Well, I'm going to explode. Um, man, I don't know what to say, but yeah, hide your moms. Do it because you should. Because I'm on the prowl. The prowl? The fucking prowl, Spencer? Ew. You're like 5'10", buddy. Relax. Relax. So stupid. Let's see what else people have said on Snapchat. I asked you guys, to be honest, how often do you guys floss? And a lot of you guys replied, and I'm just going to go through a couple of these in my opinion on them. Only when I have something stuck in my teeth. I would say you should do it a little bit more than that, because a lot of the times you have stuff stuck in your teeth and you just don't know. Right before I go to the dentist, so like 3 times a year. Who goes to the dentist 3 times a year? But okay. Every day like clockwork. Absolutely impressive. If you do it every day like clockwork, I am proud of you. There's like not even many things I do every day. Isn't that right, little buddy? Stop talking to your wiener, Spencer. Probably the last time I was at the dentist. Okay, yeah. A lot of people just do it when they go to the dentist. Wow. Someone said though, when I think about it, I have the energy to do it. So basically never. I think that's probably the most real answer. I do it. I go in phases. Like some months I'm really good at it, and then I'll run out of like little flosser picks or whatever. And then I get another pack of flosser picks like maybe 2 months later, and then I get back on it. But I'm never like that consistent that often. I really want a water pick. I feel like that would help me out. And I wouldn't even squirt it up my butthole either. I would just like squirt it with my mouth, like squirt my mouth so I could like rinse it out. I don't really like the word squirt, I'm not gonna lie. It makes me feel not uncomfy, but like I am in trouble? No. Excited? Am I excited for squirt? Ugh, stop. Not a fan. Not a freaking fan, man. Here's a good question. This is a really good question. Impact/change of social media since COVID. Being yourself in a judgmental society, perception of others, rules you have set to change your life. Oh. Oh, okay. This is a bunch of questions. I see. So the change of social media since COVID. I don't really know because I was never a creator, or I never did anything I never made videos during COVID. I was always just a watcher. That was kind of early TikTok time. And I never made any videos. I made videos after COVID. How do I be myself in a judgmental society? Honestly, I think what happened to me is people are going to judge you no matter what. And people say this all the time, but people are going to judge you no matter what. If you're doing bad, you're going to get judged. If you're doing good, you're going to get judged. I took a leap of faith to do this podcast. I'm sure people are judging me for it. And that's fine. Because if I never did it, then I would never have a chance. Ever would have a chance. And I feel like I've judged myself so much and I've said the worst things to my own self in the mirror that people, with whatever they say to me, won't even matter because I've already said it to myself. And I just got to a point where I was like, you know what, I'm not going to take that from myself anymore. I'm not going to take that from other people. I got to just live my life. And so that's what really helped me, is just knowing that you're going to be judged no matter what. Every single person is judged. Your very own mom, your very own dad, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Everything is judged in the world. You're not the only one being judged. I know you might think you are, but you're not. So just try to live the best way you can. Perception of others. I'm not sure if I understand that question. I'm going to go to this one. Rules you have set that changed your life. Oh my gosh, what a deep question that is. What are some rules that I've set that have changed my life? I would say the one that gave me the most confidence is starting to like work out and go to the gym. That was a rule that I set for myself. Not really a rule, but something I changed in my life that really started to give me confidence and change it. Some rules in my life. There's this saying that I go by, and I really like it, and I think about it probably more, I think about it. There's two sayings that I think about. They're not really rules, but I just think about them more than any other thing, especially when I'm dealing with anxiety. Is number one is worry about the pebble in your shoe and not the mountain that's ahead of you, which basically means just worry about like the one or two problems that are right in front of you that you can handle right now, take care of right now, instead of looking way into the future and dealing with something that's not even possible to deal with yet. I really like that one. That helps me calm down, and it makes me break up situations and makes me not be scared of the future when I shouldn't be anyway. Because by the time you get to the mountain, you'll be ready for the mountain and stuff like that. So that's a big one for me. And another one is comparison is the thief of all joy. I got taught this one when I was playing sports back in high school, but it really means a lot. Like and I still do it. I still find myself doing it, but I just have to remind myself of this saying, like, I compare myself all the time to people that create or people that get more likes, views, people that can lift more than me, people that are faster than me, people that seem to be living better lives than me. I compare myself all the time to them. Just because, like, how are they that like that and I'm like this? And it makes me feel self-conscious and it makes you feel like shit. But when you think about if you just compare yourself to other people the whole time, like, how disgusting is that? Like, worry about yourself. Compare yourself to yourself. Like, if you're going to compare anyone, compare yourself to yesterday. And that's really helped me, is because once you take other people out of it and you just do the best you can do and you can control what you can control, that's changed my life for sure. Absolutely. Because once I started focusing on what I can control and doing what I could control, I got to the point in my life where I was actually doing better than the people that I once admired or the people that I once wanted to be them or whatever. When I compared to myself to them when I wasn't doing as much, or like when I considered myself lower than them, I would compare myself to them and I would stay in the exact same spot. When I started comparing myself to myself and trying to be better than the day before every single day, I eventually jumped and got to a point where I felt like I was much more further along than the people that I eventually, like, at the beginning compared myself to, if that makes any sense. Your philosophy on life. This is a good one. I think my philosophy on life is to dream the absolute biggest you can dream and control what you can control. While doing that, you have one single life, and you need to dream as big as you can possibly dream, because even if you don't get to that dream, you'll still get somewhere that's probably farther than you can even imagine. And you probably wouldn't get to where you got if you didn't dream as big as you did. I think you should also, my philosophy on life is, I believe, I'm not religious at all, but I do believe Jesus Christ is my Savior. So while doing that and while living your biggest life, I feel like God gives you one life. So if you don't absolutely fulfill it to the maximum, your highest potential, chasing the biggest things and with the one life he gave you, then I feel like that's almost a disservice. You can agree or disagree with that one. I don't really care. I don't care what you believe in. I would hope you don't really care what I believe in, but that's kind of what I think on that. My first job was what was my first job? I worked on a farm for a long time. I hated that. But my first job where I was taxed and like actually got a paycheck was I worked at Jumpy Jump Land. I cleaned the blow up areas, like the places where people got like their little birthday parties. Yeah, did that. And there's a lot of moms. It was awesome. Got a lot of free pizza. Hated it though because it was always on the weekends, and it was no fun because I never got to hang out on the weekends. I always just had to go to freaking Jumpy Jump Land, dude. And the amount of disgusting shit that kids do is out of this world. I've seen kids poop down slides. I've seen kids pee while running through an obstacle course. And guess who's got to clean it? Me. Hated it. Hated that job. It was super fun because of the food aspect and you get to see kids having fun. But I don't know who's in charge of these mother fluffing invites, but they would invite these kids that either have never pooped in a toilet or never got breastfed because these mother truckers were menaces. And I remember one time I was running away from like 4 of them because you're not really allowed, like you're not allowed to touch random kids. I'm just there to supervise. And one of them just decided to start hitting me. So I was like, hey, you gotta stop, like stop. And his mom wasn't there, and he just kept hitting me and hitting me and hitting me. And so I started to walk away, and then another kid just started hitting me and hitting me and hitting me. And I can't really do anything. So all of a sudden I got 4 kids chasing after me in this playground of blow-up toys. So many hazards around because I shouldn't be running around with a bunch of kids. I'm going to truck one. One of them's going to catch a flying knee, rightfully so. Probably shit his pants down the slide again. I don't give a fuck. Excuse my French, but oh my gosh, they were disgusting and they were nasty. But yeah, I loved the job. It was so fun. That was my first ever job. That's funny, actually. Oh, man. What a time that was. Let's see if we can get a couple more of these here. I hope this is not turning into a Q&A. I mean, I guess it kind of is, but I wanted to include some of your guys' questions on the podcast, especially if I'm going to be doing a solo podcast. I kind of want you to know. I want you guys to be included for some of it. But yeah, I think I'm done with some of those questions. So I think that was pretty solid. I don't know. You guys let me know if you guys want longer podcasts. I'm sure I can do my best to make them longer. I need some water. Damn, am I thirsty? I need someone to squirt that water into my mouth. Oh man. But yeah. I think that's episode 3 right there of Hide Your Moms, baby. Let me know about the schedule if you guys want me to start doing. How often do you guys want to see these podcasts? If the every other week thing is good, then great. If not, then I'm sure I can make an exception. I will try to figure out what to talk about. I love you guys so much. I'll see you next time. Be looking for the shirts. They're coming eventually.